The Pope proposes to welcome, protect, promote, and integrate migrants and refugees. This is the title of his message for the World Day of Migrants and Refugees, and also his plan of action when facing the tragic situation of 65 million people fleeing their homes, the highest number of refugees since the end of World War II. The Pope recalls that every stranger who knocks at our door is an opportunity for an encounter with Jesus Christ. Pope Francis says that it's necessary to offer broader options for migrants and refugees to enter destination countries safely and legally. He calls for sponsorship programs, visas to help reunite families, and above all, the opening of humanitarian corridors for particularly vulnerable refugees. He remembers that collective expulsions of refugees are not the best solution, especially if these people are returned to countries where human rights and safety are not guaranteed. The Pope asks for protection for refugees from the beginning, with their journey in their own country. First, he says that immigrants should be well informed of their options in their own country before leaving their homeland. He calls for this protection to focus particularly on minors and children, who must be guaranteed regular access to primary and secondary education. Pope Francis invites the host countries to empower migrants and refugees to achieve their potential as human beings in all the dimensions which constitute the humanity intended by the Creator. He encourages the countries to promote their inclusion in the workforce and to promote family reunification without subjecting them to additional economic requirements. In the message, the Pope recalls the intercultural enrichment by the presence of migrants and refugees. He said integrating is not an assimilation that leads migrants to suppress or forget their own cultural identity. However, the Pope is also aware that integration is a long process. He thus emphasizes the need to favor the culture of the encounter and to spread successful models and best practices. The Pope invites all Christians to concretely act in alignment with these 4 verbs, while keeping the next World Day of Migrants and Refugees in mind, which will be held on January 14, 2018.